Hey yogis, welcome to the Sacred Lotus Yoga YouTube channel. I'm Sarah and thank you so much for joining me for today's class dedicated to anyone wishing to combat stress or anxiety. We're going to move slowly and mindfully through our practice to help calm the mind and let go of any stress or worries we're experiencing and bring ourselves back into the present. If you have a cushion and a blanket handy, bring it along, but don't worry if you don't, it's not essential. Starting in a comfortable seat. So maybe if you have your cushion or your pillow or your blanket even, you can just pop it into your sitting bones just to bring the hips a little bit higher. Maybe resting with ankles crossed or one leg in front of the other. Just coming into a comfortable seat where you could sit comfortably for a few breaths. Maybe you want to throw your blanket over your legs to keep yourself nice and warm. So I want to take a moment in complete stillness sitting in a comfortable seat. So just gently begin to close the eyes. We're resting the hands down onto the knees. I'm just going to take a moment right here to welcome ourselves onto the mat. Welcome yourself into this space. And just know for the next few minutes, you've nothing else to do other than be right here on the mat. And just allowing the shoulders to drop. Lengthen through the spine. Finding space in between each vertebrae. As you feel and you notice different parts of the body connecting with your mat. Knowing this is exactly where you need to be right now. You have nothing else to do. Nothing to worry about. And just be in the present moment. And begin to focus on your breath. Just notice the pace, notice the speed, the length of each inhale and each exhale. And try and slow the breath by deepening the inhale and deepening the exhale. And begin to drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. And on your next exhale, begin to drop the head down, so as if the gaze is coming towards the mat. So you feel a nice opening, a nice release into the back of the neck. Inhale, begin to tilt the head back up, so the right ear rests back towards the right shoulder. And exhale, tilt the head forward, dropping down. Inhale, draw the head back up. Exhale, tilting back down. Inhale, begin to tilt the head back up, slowly and softly. Exhale, begin to tilt back down. Inhale, tilt the head up. And exhale, tilting back down. Inhale, bring the head back up. Exhale, dropping. From here, begin to roll the head towards the left. To bring your left ear to rest towards your left shoulder. Exhale, tilt forward. Inhale, bringing it back up. And drop the head down. Inhale, tilt the head back. Noticing how it feels on the side of the body. Inhale, tilt back down. Beginning to move with your own breath, keeping the movement as soft and steady as you can. Releasing the tension, shoulders or neck. Really common parts of the body where we tend to hold that built up stress, built up tension. This time when you tilt the head back down, come back to center and just hold in the middle. So you're now feeling a nice stretch right through the middle of the neck, keeping a nice long spine so we're not rounding. You should feel this stretch down through the neck to the top of the spine. And gently and softly begin to bring your head back up through center. Lovely. From here, begin to sweep the arms up and overhead, stretching the fingertips up towards the sky. Maybe if it's okay in your neck, you begin to tilt the head back, as if you're bringing the gaze towards the fingers. Just to begin to open and stretch through the throat. Stretching the fingers, lengthen the spine. Inhale and exhale, twist. Looking over to the right, float the arms down. So your right hand comes down behind you, your left hand meets the right knee, and you lengthen on the inhale and twist on the exhale. You can bring the head, bring the chin over towards the right shoulder. We're moving very softly and very gently today in our practice. As you squeeze and rinse the body, we're squeezing out that stress, that tension. Releasing those worries, letting go of those troubles. Inhale, bring the body back to center. Sweep the arms up and overhead. Maybe tilt the head back. And twist towards the left. Right hand meets the left knee. Left hand plants behind you. Sit up a little bit taller and twist. Bring the chin towards the left shoulder. Keep your focus with your breath. And notice that right here where you are right now is exactly where you need to be. This is all that you need to do. This is all that matters right now, right in this moment. Inhale, gently come back towards the center. Coming down into a nice side stretch, we're going to begin to bring the right hand out long on the mat. That maybe you keep the hand planted onto the mat, or if you have enough space into the body, you can drop down onto the right elbow as you sweep the left arm towards the side and lengthen through the side of the body. Keeping the left hip nice and heavy. Maybe you look down towards the right hand or looking up towards the sky. And just notice where the body wants to be. Are you looking to open through the body, opening up, finding more space? Or are you just looking to close down a little bit more and bring more quiet into the body? Keep the left hip glued to the mat, finding that sense of grounding and sense of release. Inhale, come back to center. Press into the right hand, and back into center. Make your way towards the next side. So walk the left fingertips out long. Maybe coming down onto the forearm as you sweep the right hand towards the left. Keeping the right hip rooted, connected with the earth. Send the breath deep into the right lung. As you build that space with each inhale. And with each exhale, you let go. You release. Letting go of that negativity. Letting go of what doesn't serve you. Inhale, come back. True center, lovely. From here, we're going to extend the right leg out long. You can keep your pillow or blanket or whatever you're sitting on that's nice and comfortable underneath your sitting bones. Just to keep that height. So we're going to extend the right leg nice and long. We're going to tuck the left leg in towards the body. Just sitting comfortably on your mat, right leg long. We sweep the arms up and exhale, hinging forward. Plant the hands down to wherever they come. And just allow the body to begin to melt and sink down. We're not too worried about fully folding in on the body. We're just folding and finding a little bit of a release. Lengthen through the spine on the inhale. And on the exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale, press yourself back up. Walk the hands back in towards the body. Bring the left leg back up to center and plant the left foot then onto the mat. We're going to inhale, sweep the right hand nice and high. Wrap it around the left leg. Bring the left hand behind you. So coming into another twist from here, rinsing through the body. Begin to look over the left shoulder. Maybe if your eyes are closed, this might be the time that you want to open up. Just have a little look. As you inhale, you lengthen. Exhale, see if you can sink deeper. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. And gently floating back. True center. Switching legs. Left leg extends. And the right leg comes and tucks in. So the sole of the right foot plants in towards the left leg. We inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, releasing, folding down. Keep each moment on your breath. Noticing the noise going on inside of your head. Just notice it. Allow it to drift by. And draw your awareness back to the breath. Deep, full belly breaths. Nice and calm. Nice and soothing. Pressing into both hands. Walk yourself back up. Nice and tall. Lengthen the spine. Hug the right knee in. Plant the right foot. Inhale, sweep the left arm up, wrapping it around the right leg. Bring your right hand behind you, planting it. Lengthen the spine and twist. Bring the chin, the gaze towards the right shoulder. Only twisting where you comfortably can. Brilliant. Exhale, release back to center. Bring the feet, the soles of the feet touch, coming into butterfly. Bring the soles of the feet in towards the body. Drop the knees down heavy towards the mat. Lengthen through the spine. Inhale. Exhale, begin to tilt forward. Just once again to where is right for you today. Allow the head to become soft and send the breath into the hips. Feel that lovely release, that sense of letting go. Exhale, gently press into the hands, bring yourself back, sitting nice and tall. You can just move planting your pillow, your blanket towards one side for the moment, we come into a reverse tabletop or a reverse plank. So I'll show you both and you can just see which suits you today. So coming to reverse tabletop, bring your hands behind you so you want your fingertips facing towards the body. Both feet planted onto the mat. And inhale, begin to lift the hips away from the mat. And drop the head back, coming up into reverse tabletop. If you want, just take a little bit deeper and walk the feet along. And same idea as in reverse tabletop. Inhale, begin to lift the hips away from the mat. Pressing into the hands, drop the head back, opening, lovely opening for the chest. Squeezing into the glutes, full body engagement. Stay here for another breath. Exhale, well done. Release down onto the mat. We're just going to cross the ankles over each other, coming over the legs and make our way into our downward facing dog. Into tabletop first, grounding through the hands, spread the fingertips nice and wide. And tuck our toes under. Inhale, and on your exhale, lift the knees away from the mat. Send the hips towards the back of the room. Pressing into both hands evenly. Keeping a nice long spine. Getting to walk up towards the top of the mat. We're going to bring our left foot over towards the right side of the mat. And crossing the right foot over the left over the right, taking really big wide steps, left, right, making your way into your forward fold. Feet are hip width distance apart, your knees are as deeply bent as you need, the head is hanging really heavy, there's no tension in the neck, just beginning to sway side to side. Maybe take hold of opposite elbow. Lovely. Release the hands down. Plant the fingertips onto the mat as you begin to bend into the knees. The heels will come off the mat. Coming down into a squat, coming back, sitting down onto the mat. And from here, you can bring your blanket, if you can place it over you if you want, just to keep yourself nice and warm. Coming down and lying on the mat, hugging the knees into the belly, squeezing in, maybe rocking side to side. From here, we're going to come into a twist, so plant both feet onto the mat, making our way into our spinal twist. Lift the hips off the mat and just plant them, send them over towards the right a little bit, and drop the knees towards the left. Take a moment here to make yourself nice and comfortable. Bring your hands into cactus. So bending at the elbows, palms face towards the sky. And begin to bring the gaze towards the right. Coming into our twist. And then inhale, coming back into center. Bring the legs back in. Pick up the hips, set them to the left. Drop the knees to the right and begin to look towards the left. Twisting the spine, rinsing and letting go. And inhale, bring the head back to center, bring the knees back in. From here, make your way into your Shavasana. If you haven't put your blanket over you, absolutely do. Make this the most comfortable Shavasana. Maybe pop your pillow under your sitting bones or under your knees. Just what feels right and comfortable for you. Hands extend long, palms face towards the sky. Shoulder blades nestle under the body. And begin to find a moment of stillness. And well done for making it on the mat today. In periods to our lives of stress, anxiety, the hardest thing to do is to do something for you. So well done for taking this time for yourself. And know that however bad sometimes it may be, it will pass. It will settle. Just know that you have the strength and the power to do it. And thank you very much for joining me for today's class. I really do encourage you to stay in your Shavasana as long as you can. Namaste.